just gonna check. I feel like I have mascara under my eye now because I was laugh crying so hard. Um, Good enough. We'll take it.
I can't see
Okay.
anything. So it's fine.
It was pretty chunky. It was pretty chunky. You ever finally sit down, like really sit down, and that's the exact moment someone yells your name from the other room?
Oh, yeah, every time. It's like the universe knows. The second I get comfortable, someone needs a snack, the dog's barking, or my phone's ringing.
So whether you're listening in the car, hiding in the bathroom, or actually lucky enough to sit down,
Grab your coffee and let's get into it. Welcome to I Just Sat Down.
welcome back to I Just Sat Down. If you're anything like me, there are days when you finally make it home, get everyone fed, clean up dinner, and suddenly realize you've only got a little bit left in the tank. Maybe it's 15 minutes before bedtime. Maybe it's 10. Maybe it's 5. Maybe if you're a parent, you've probably wondered, is this enough? Today's episode is about answering that question with a confident yes. Because our kids rarely remember how many hours we spent with them. They remember how we made them feel. It's the bedtime hug that lasts a little longer, the dance party in the kitchen, the silly conversation in the car, the 5 minutes where they had all of your attention. Those tiny moments become the stories that they carry forever. So today, let's talk about making the little moments count. You just sat down. Let's dive in.
I think this is such an important reminder for us because I think now in this day and age, like we're on our phones so much and like guilty 100% of this. But I really do, or sorry, I have been really trying to make a really good effort in like when I pick him up from school that I usually pick him up around like 4:30. So between 4:30 and 7 o'clock, yes, I'm doing things like making dinner or going to the store or whatever, but like I really am trying to just do the things with him. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's hard
Yeah.
because the emotions I feel like are so hard during that time. For him, just I get it. You're holding everything in all day long. Like we've had these conversations before.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it's really hard to try and be like, okay, like this is supposed to be fun. Like we shouldn't be arguing over what pajamas we're wearing tonight. Like this is
Yeah.
just, so, but I really do try and just like, as much as I want to check my phone and see what's going on, and like that's when everyone's always replying to messages at 6 o'clock. I don't know what you're doing with your time, but like, message me at 12.
Yeah.
Um, so it can be really challenging because, and I said this, so I had like a meeting with like the company that I am currently working, like doing content for. And I was saying that that was like one of the hard things for me is that like sometimes because all the content that I'm creating needs to be checked by the people, obviously, who it's
Yeah.
going out for, right? And sometimes, like, I'm doing all this work all day and I get everything up and I get everything ready to go. And then I'm getting feedback of all these like corrections or changes
Mm-hmm.
that they want made. And it's always between that, it's at their end of day. It's like their
Yeah.
last thing that they're trying to look for. And I know that it doesn't have to be done right that second unless it's like pressing and the post is going out the next day. But in my perfectionist, I'm not even a perfectionist, but when it comes to business and understanding that we live in this world of instant gratification, like people want to know you've seen, you've read,
Yeah.
you've whatever. They want
Acknowledged.
a
Yeah.
response, acknowledge, thank you.
Mhm.
In that, like, we want that instantly, right? So
Yeah.
it's like it becomes this like panic time. And I was like, it just seems like sometimes that happens, and I feel horrible that I'm not being able to give 100% in both aspects. Like, little man just got home. He needs my full attention, wants my full attention, deserves my full attention.
Yeah.
I've already worked a full day,
Hmm.
and now I'm trying to balance both of those things. But at the end of the day, the thing that matters the most is how I make him feel. So
Right.
if he feels like he's being ignored because I'm trying to answer all these things on my phone, when technically I could answer them at 7:30 when he's sleeping, I think I've been doing an okay job at remembering that like not everything is urgent right this second.
Yeah.
But if you're a business owner, it's
Yeah.
so hard. It's so hard.
And we tell
Um,
ourselves, like, oh, it'll just take a minute. Let me just do this really quickly. And
I
then a minute
know.
can turn into 30 to 60 minutes really quickly. So it
Absolutely.
is like, I totally understand what you're saying there and where you're coming from because it's just so easy to be like, my tiny computer is in my
Right here.
hand and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, oh, I just seen this come in. Let me just handle this really quickly and I'll be right with you. But toddlers don't understand that.
Yeah.
So you're just like, doing the thing and you're like hang on one more minute, oh just give me a second, I'm almost done, and then it's like
And
bedtime and you're like, oh my God.
yeah,
Okay, now
I know.
then everything else sets in and you feel like really bad for
Absolutely.
that. And then you're like, okay, this needs to go face down in a corner.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend
And
the next
sometimes
20 minutes just taking this moment in with you. And that's solid too.
yeah, and there are things about it where like sometimes it's a great teaching moment. Like,
Yes.
hey, I understand that you want my full attention right now, but we don't always get that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, it's funny because we yesterday we were leaving Zares. We went to pick up little guy's cake and full on meltdown over a Spider-Man water bottle. Like, asked me for it probably 15 times. And like my toxic trait is that I spoil him and then I get mad
Hmm.
when he
He acts
wants
spoiled. Yeah.
something, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like trying to explain to him like today we're not getting this water bottle. Like we're leaving the store with our cake and that's it. And it was hard. He was miserable about it.
Hmm.
Um, I had to raise my voice a little bit in the store, which I we had a conversation about in the car because I was
Hmm.
not happy that I had to do that, but he was just not taking no for an answer.
Yeah.
And anyways, we get home and I had messaged my mom and I was like, hey, like, if you're still looking for something for his birthday present, there was this water bottle. It's like one of the push ones. I
Hmm.
think a couple of his friends at school have it. So I was like, if you want to grab him that, like, that would be awesome. So then he did get it. And then at dinner, I'm like trying to explain to him, I'm like, see why we left the store without it? Because mommy knew
Hmm.
that you were going to get it. So it was a very good, like, teaching lesson for
Yeah.
him. But like, man, it's hard to what I'm trying to get at is it's hard to be present when you're dealing with like meltdowns too, right?
Right,
Like
right.
it's
Everyday
so
life things.
hard.
Yeah.
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 We can't be so hard on ourselves when every single moment is not going to be a precious moment, right? Like we
Right.
we idealistically want everything to be perfect and beautiful and
Yeah.
absorbed and later on look down at or later on we can look back on it and go, wow, what a beautiful life, what a beautiful everything. But
Yeah.
my kids will still to this day tell me about the time that I yelled when we had a slumber party in my bed because I I was very triggered and nobody was listening. And I remember, I don't know if I brought this up a million times on this podcast because it's something that like sits with them, so it sits with me.
Right.
Right. So
Yeah.
there is still going to be those things that happen. What we learn from and we heal from later on in life and we figure it out and we apologize and we say,
Yeah.
well, you wouldn't listen. So I had to lose my shit a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I do think that like I've been seeing these reels lately and it was like the text on the reel always reads like today I did nothing.
Oh, yeah.
And then you
All of the
see the
things.
mom and she's like, I made breakfast for my kids. I did the laundry. I did this. I
Mhm.
did this. All these little tiny, like ordinary moments. I read bedtime stories to my kids. We,
Mhm.
walked the dog, like all these little tiny things. And I think we're so easy to forget that,
Yeah.
like, those are so important. Those
Mhm.
are the moments. Those are the things, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I love that as a little reminder that like we're the first people to be like, oh, I didn't do enough today. I didn't do anything. And really, they don't think that way.
No. And
They're
it
just
might
looking for
be,
that connection, right? They're just
yeah.
looking for that you to be present with them.
Hmm. Yeah, because we're their whole world. And it might be fun to do a little check-in at the end of the night when you're doing bedtime stories
Yeah.
after and you're saying, I love you, good night, have the best sleep. To be like,
Yeah.
I just want to ask you, what are three things that you remember from today? Because then you
Right.
can kind of recalibrate and figure out like, did they remember when I raised my voice? Or did they remember
Yeah.
when we saw that really cute dog, when we were on our walk? And, what kind of things are they actually absorbing into their
Right.
memories, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they might remember the yelling and they're like, ah, block that out.
Yeah.
We'll find
I've
out
been
later in life.
trying to ask him what made your heart happy today.
Yeah, that's
And
beautiful.
yesterday he was like, I was like, I didn't say that. I said, what was your favorite thing at Wonderland?
Hmm.
And he was like, the water slides. And I was like, mine
Aw.
too, buddy. And like it's
Aw.
just so fun to see what they remember and see
Yeah.
what
And
they do.
connect. Yeah,
Yeah,
connect on
for
those things
sure.
as well.
For
Yeah.
sure.
And then
But
also, yeah, sorry.
no, I was just gonna say like because this our notes kind of say like something like about like the bedtime stories, but also just like singing in the car. Like maybe it's just like that's
Hmm.
such a little moment that is something that like okay, maybe you're going to get groceries and you're going off to this mundane task that
Hmm.
you absolutely don't want to do with a toddler, but you have
Yeah.
to at that moment, right? And it's like, okay, well maybe we sang your favorite song in the car on the way there on repeat, but
Oh,
it's fine.
good on you, because they usually have to listen to me singing my favorite songs in the car on the way to
I
somewhere.
mean, a lot of the times we do, but sometimes I do have a little like playlist on my phone with like the wheels on the bus go round. Like it's not
Yeah.
that. It's like, the Sonic soundtrack. And
Okay.
okay.
I still have Crystal playlists in my head from Kangoo days, and
Oh yeah.
I was at the gym the other day, and The Pursuit of Happiness came on, and I was like, nope, skip, because I hated
Jack
that one.
in.
Oh
I'm
my
doing
god, it was
all
the
the
longest
things.
one ever. But then I was like, you know what? Let's make this a happy memory. Let's
Yeah,
go back
let's change
and let's
this.
do my abduction thing to the song. And like halfway through, I was like, all right, enough of this. Enough.
Yeah, it's a very long song. Guys,
Yeah.
it's the extended version if you want a crazy workout. Listen to Kid Cudi.
Yes. But also, so teaching them responsibilities can still be a moment to kind of connect as well. Like one of the things that the kids and I do will literally just sit in the floor because our laundry machines are on the level where the bedroom is. So
Mm,
it's in between the bedrooms. So we usually have mount laundry, clean piles, but piles of clean laundry just
okay.
sitting there on the carpeted floor in between the bedrooms because of the fact that like it gets done the whole like Corey loves to do laundry. He doesn't love to fold and put away necessarily, but he loves to do laundry so that it's clean clothes, which is great. Appreciate that. Then it becomes these piles. So then the kids and I will sometimes just sit on the floor and fold together. And then that
I
kind of
love that.
shows them the responsibility of I don't have to do your stuff anymore. Like you guys are fully capable. You know how to
Yeah.
work the machines somewhat. And then once they learn how to do these things, then at like 2 o'clock on a Monday, they're like, "Hey, can I do laundry?" And then they get to learn about how that's not that's peak hydro times, and that costs more money. And I mean, it's all
All
there's
those things.
always a lesson to be learned in these
There's
moments.
always a lesson.
Yes, and then just having those one-on-one conversations. So sometimes in the small mundane moments, like sitting there having doing the laundry, we can listen to an audiobook, or we can
Yeah.
have a conversation about, what they're going through and dealing with. And man, these kids, there's always something happening. There's always something deeper that they're dealing with that they don't talk about. I'm grateful for the summer months because it's not usually as hard for them, I feel like mentally. But during the school year, it's like every day after school I have to check in and be like, at least, my older one is in a different school, so he has different times. So I have a little bit of time before I get the other ones to have conversations with him, to do the check-in and be like, hey, how was your day today? And it's almost always, it's, yeah, it was all right. No conversation, very minimal. Like you have to like pull teeth to kind of figure out what's going
To
on.
ask the right
That's
questions.
right questions. Yeah. And I know that they say they're like ask a question, and then when they answer you, you ask that into a question like, yeah, it was good. Oh, it was good. What was good about it? Like you have to like
Right.
play this little game as you're asking questions. Whereas like when the younger ones come home, the youngest one is usually very like on her face, she's me. You can tell when she's upset. You can tell when something's going on. So I'll be like,
Mm,
"Oh, how was your day?" And then we do it after school. They come into my room, we do a one-on-one, like they'll come lay in my bed, tell me about their day. The girls do, not the boy.
so
The
good.
boy is like already checked out.
He's
But
like,
the girls will talk
uh,
to me about their day so that I'm
you
aware of
come
it.
find me.
Yeah.
He's like, you come find me.
Yeah. So they'll explain like what's going on, and like if something specific happened, or oh, I got hit in the head today, and I'm like, "Oh," and then I understand, "Oh, she had a really tough day today." So I'm trying to
Yeah.
be easy. I'm trying to like make sure I'm very conscious of that. And then the boy will go, "Well, I had a bad day today too." Because I'm like, can you just be easy on her? She had a rough day. And he's like, well, I had a bad day. And then I'm like, oh, well, tell me about it. What happened today? Well, I just had a bad day. And I'm like, okay, we're not gonna like get into it then, but go easy on you too. Okay. Don't have to do the dishes then.
Noted. Noted.
Yeah. So it's a little bit more like triggering, I feel like, as they get older, because you're like,
Right. Yeah,
oh,
that's so hard. I feel like when with like toddlers, you have to like guess. Like, are we having a rough day? How much sleep did we get last night? Are we gonna
yeah.
be okay today? Like all the things. I was a little nervous because neither of the boys fell asleep on the way home from our
Oh
adventure
gosh.
yesterday. I
Yeah.
know. And I was like, are you guys okay?
Yeah.
Like, I would have loved to take a nap on the car ride home, okay?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
these two are just
Aw.
talking. We went through the whole family tree, like trying
I
to
love that.
decide who's cousins and all. Just like why is his dad my brother? It was just like a whole thing.
Oh my gosh, we
Um,
could do that for days. We could do that for
oh,
days in this family. Like they all go to school with
absolutely.
people. I'll be like, apparently that's your cousin on this side of this person. And so careful,
I
don't
know,
date this
right?
kid because
Yeah. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful there. But yeah,
yeah,
I think it's just like I obviously different stages bring up different things, but
yeah,
I think like it's such an important thing to just talk to your kids, even if they don't really want to talk. Like,
mm,
you know, I feel like I feel like with teenagers especially, like it's more about kind of like sharing your day and
mm,
seeing if something from that kind of connects, or you opening up and sharing might help them to open up
that's
and
true.
share. I feel like you're really good with that with your kids, whereas like some parents don't even ask how your day was because it's like
Yeah,
you're not going to answer me, you're not going to tell me.
yeah.
So, but I
I feel like
think
I
even if
thrive
they
for that
don't answer,
communication.
you keep asking,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah, we just dig a little bit. Like, yeah. Then I'm like, okay, well, what did you do in this class? And then I'm trying to like figure out
Right.
where did the problem arise. Like, yeah, it was
Yes.
good. Okay. Who did you see
And
today? Who did you hang out with?
trying to ask those questions even when it's not a bad thing. Like if they
Yeah.
say good things, it's like, "Oh, well, what did you like about that?" That kind of thing.
Mhm.
I know
Yeah.
that's definitely easier with this age. Like I can see what they're doing during the day. So I can
Mhm.
ask questions based on that. Oh my goodness, did you have mangoes today at lunch? Like were they yummy? Like that
Yes.
kind of a thing, right?
Yeah.
Um And yeah, like sometimes I mean, with a toddler, it's really hard sometimes to listen to a story. Like,
Hmm.
have you ever, have you ever? And you're like,
Have you ever had a
dude, get
dream?
to the point of the story. I
Yeah.
cannot, right? Or they're
Yeah.
talking about stuff and you're like, I don't, what? And
Yeah.
I'll be like looking at Dave like, are you getting this? Are you getting any of this? Like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's being said here. I don't know what he's
But he
trying
feels
to say.
heard. He feels
He
heard though, so that's important. Yeah.
totally, because I'm like, okay, bud, yeah, absolutely. That
Yeah.
sounds like so much fun. Like I try and validate him as much as I can, but like sometimes I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know
It
what
is
you're saying.
nice. It is nice when you get like outside check-ins. Like, so yeah, when my middle was in daycare, we would get the at the end of the day, they would say, oh, we did this, this, and this. And
Right.
then in the car ride, I would be like, oh, okay. So did anything else happen? And then she'd be like, so and so bit this person. And I'm like, there's the juicy shit. That's what I want to hear. What do you mean they bit
That's the
her?
stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
I need to know all the details. Did you
yeah.
write it down?
Yeah. And then now in school, you don't really get them, especially in high school. You don't really
Right.
get any details of like their personal stuff. But we have the best teachers like in our elementary school that if I need
Good.
to do a check-in, or they sometimes will be like, hey, I just want to make sure that your kid's doing okay. Like, is there anything that they're struggling with when they're here that I'm not aware of? Like, and
Right.
I'm like, oh my, like the fact that you care enough to even ask me that is so
Yeah.
huge. Like it makes such a difference. Anyways, it's just I love our school. I could
Great
rave about it
teachers out
forever.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess whatever. We talk about this all the time about being present. That's like the most important thing when it comes to being with our kids. But in this day and age, in this economy, when we're working all the time, it is sometimes the hardest thing. And like,
Yeah.
so my presence sometimes is literally online gaming with my kids, like playing Roblox with them so that we can sit next to each other while they're playing, while I'm
Right.
figuring out what it is that they're doing so that I know that they're being safe online and they're not trying to talk to strangers. And like Roblox has this feature where the like you have to do a face identification to see what age group you are in. So a lot of people don't parents don't know this because they don't play Roblox. They don't see what their kids are doing. They just see that their kids are playing the game. Well, I'm going to tell you, a majority of these kids just it comes up as soon as they log in the first time, and or as soon as they updated, if they log in, it shows right away. Like if you want to play certain games, we need to identify you. So you do a face scan, and some of these 8 year olds look older, so it's telling them that they're in the 12 to 15 category, so they can chat with and play with 12, 15 year olds. Or like a 12-year-old is being told they look like they're 19, so they're with the adults now. It's very scary. So I just as soon as I heard about it, I was like to my kids, I'm like, you are not scanning your face. There is literally nothing in the world that makes like that means that you need to play the older games or the younger games. You don't need to chat on Roblox at all. You guys have Messenger or a phone that you can
Yeah.
just call your friends and chat. You don't need to chat through the app in any means.
Right.
Like I won't even do it on like I use chat, I use AI, whatever to get
Yeah.
certain things with my face for sure. Like my face is everywhere. However, when it comes to my children, it's sacred. So I'm like,
Yeah.
slowly I'll start asking them as they get older. I'm like, do you want to be on my public account? Do you want me to post you? Do you
Right.
want like, are you comfortable with this? Because I need them to make the decision for themselves as well as guide them through these decision making processes.
Yeah.
When it comes to something with Roblox that's been known for predatory activity, I'm just like, nope, I would rather, I'm going to play with you guys and we're going to play
Yeah.
the games that come up. There's so many games you can play, you don't need to scan your face. But the fact that it will put these younger kids into an older category because it doesn't know, like, what the fuck? We put our birthdays in the beginning of like when you first sign up, you have to put your birthday in. And of course, like
So why are we scanning our face if
because
we
because
put
you're
our
lying
birthday in?
because if you're lying about your age, right? It's like
Right.
so
I
if I'm
gotcha.
signing my kid up for an app and they need to be 13 and they're 11, I might say that they're 13 so that they can get on the app and play
Right.
the thing with me, whatever, right? And I know that's wrong and you shouldn't do that. I get it. Like, but it happens more often than not. And just to be aware of that is huge.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
crazy.
you face scan, they put you in a category. Now you're playing with all these other people. And then it's just like, and then you have older people that can just use a younger face. You can use, hey, here, scan this with your face, son. So that now they're in with all these little children. Like
Yeah,
it literally makes
that's
no sense
creepy.
in my brain as a parent to do something like this.
No.
But also I get what they're trying to do. There's been so much activity in a negative way, in a negative
Mm.
light on these games because they're literally just homemade games within this game. Like Roblox is the name of the game, but inside of Roblox is like thousands of mini games that have been created by just people.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I right
Yeah.
over.
They're called obbies. Yeah. So
Okay.
the kids will pick six different games and then they just hyper focus on one for a little while. And it's like every day they're like, hey, let's play this game. Let's play this game. And I'm like, I get it. Cause some of them, they're all about the same. They're kind of like the same thing, general idea, but it just becomes overwhelming when there's so many things that like you're not aware of, like you're constantly changing the settings, you're updating, make sure their location is not on, that they're not able to chat and stuff like that. Like there's just so many things security wise online that you need to be so aware of, and this could be a whole other episode
I
one
was
day
gonna
about
say, I was like,
online
oh my
safety and
goodness. Yeah.
security.
So
But
crazy.
yeah, so I play Roblox with my kids because I want to
Yeah.
know what the fuck they're doing online, and it's fun. It is fun.
Yeah.
It's just like
Love that.
mind numbing and kind of my thing right now. But
Love
yes,
that for you. I feel like the summer for us is so much easier to just be present and fill that time after school or whatever because we can go down to the water, we can take the paddle boards out, or there's just a lot more that we can do. We can just play outside and be outside together, ride our bikes, do all the things, right? Whereas I find that in the winter, sometimes it's definitely a little bit harder for sure. But I think too, like I don't think we give ourselves enough grace.
100%.
Like we're doing the best we can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, there are days when, I know that he didn't get enough sleep at night. And then he
Mm-hmm.
just spent the entire day being stimulated all day long by all of the activities that they're doing and all of the things. And then, we come home and he's got all of his toys here. And especially right now, like
New things, yeah.
we just had a birthday. So like there's all these things that he wants to open and do and all these, and it's just like, sometimes like, okay, well, why don't we just like sit and relax together?
Mm-hmm.
Or why don't we just focus on this one thing together? And in those moments, when things chaotic, when things are just super overstimulating, that's when you can feel yourself just being like, oh, I just want, I'm exhausted. I just want 5 minutes. I would just want to check my phone. I just want to sit here, and I think that's when we need to give ourselves a little bit of grace. Like
Yeah.
today, he's gonna come home. Dave golfs, so it's just gonna be us, and I'll have worked a full day, and it's just gonna be a chill evening, and we're gonna
Just movie
not,
night. Yeah.
yeah, like we're just gonna have a movie night and relax. And I know he's gonna come home in some kind of mood because yesterday was a super long day, and yeah, it's just gonna be. I think that noticing those things and understanding where your kids are at is a huge part of being able to give yourself grace and not feeling like, oh my God, I didn't do enough today.
Yeah.
When really you're just being there, talking to them, you know, giving them that one-on-one attention,
Mm-hmm.
that's enough for them. Like
Yeah.
it's so funny. Like kids are simple. They're
Mm-hmm.
simple, they just want our love. They want our attention. They want us to validate them in the things that they're saying and the things that they're doing, right? And we just put so much pressure on ourselves to, I don't know, be better than yesterday, which is great.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like it's just about showing up and doing the things with them, right? So, anyways.
Yeah. It's funny because as you're saying all these things, it's just like thinking about like as a kid, what did I need? And you're literally like hitting everything on the head with like just like having
Aw.
that conversation, being aware that like, oh, that kid looks sad. Let me check in with them and see like why do they look sad? Like I I I just remember like always watching Full House and being like, oh, these beautiful family moments and being like, nobody asks me these things. Like, what the heck? But that's not, I realized that Full House was not normal life for everybody, right? Like, that's not normal. That's TV. But
Right.
I try to be more like Full House. I try, if there's a moment, I want to put the music that slows down in the background and
I
check in with
love
the
it.
child. I want to put the music that slows down in the background and Aren't you
Love
a
it.
child? Have that moment, like,
Absolutely what I aspired to be.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, rest in peace, Bob Saget.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
You amazing son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He would be happy I said that.
Yes.
Yeah. I think like we often think that maybe we're not living up to Full House expectations.
Yeah. Hmm.
And like sometimes that's just unrealistic. It's
Yeah.
unrealistic to think that you can fill every single day of the summer with something super fun and something super exciting
Yeah.
when like real life is happening in the
Yeah.
background, you know?
Yeah. We
So,
try to we try to do like two or three things if we can that week, or like at least make a plan for something that week.
yeah. Yeah,
And it's
anything,
nothing
anything.
big, and it's never anything like humongous. It'll be like public pool. Hey, let's make a plan to
Splash
go
pad.
here. Or yeah,
Yeah,
hey, message your friends, see if they want to meet us at the splash pad on this day. And
love
it's
it.
like, yeah, the plans are always there in the back of my head, but sometimes they just don't happen. And like driving into the city is like a whole event for us. So
The
it's
whole
like,
thing.
okay, do we want to go and spend a whole bunch of money today just going around and doing things and driving because
Or do you
gas is
want to just
crazy?
spend money just leaving your house
Yeah.
going nowhere?
Yeah. Cha-ching,
Because
cha-ching.
that's how
Yeah.
I feel most days.
Yes.
Anyways, let's do some rapid fire questions.
Sounds good.
So what's your favorite family tradition growing up?
I don't know that we really had traditions. I think like maybe like going to the CNE at the end of the summer, something like that. Like it was kind
Okay,
of
yeah.
like that was like a big thing if we did something like that. So I feel like I look forward to doing things like that. Now they give me anxiety, mind you, but as a
That's
child,
cool.
I loved it.
I think for us, like we went camping a lot. We did that a lot, which I would like to do more with our little fam. But I think one of our traditions, which it's just on my mind because this year is our 50th family reunion,
Oh
which
wow.
is so crazy.
Wow. Yeah.
I so wish my grandparents were here to see that.
Mhm.
Um,
But you're carrying it on, living on
but we're
throughout,
carrying
yeah.
it on
Yeah.
just like they would want. And a lot of the family is coming this year because it's the 50th. So it's going to be really special. But this was always my favorite thing to do in the summer. I
Mhm.
always remember like water balloon fights and just running around. And we always had a great time. It is literally the reason why a lot of my second cousins feel like my first cousins
Mm.
because we saw each other every year.
It's so cool.
And yeah, so it was just really cool. I'm excited that, you know, mine and my brother's kids get to go and experience that same kind of thing.
Mhm.
So that's definitely a really cool tradition that's on my mind right now because it's coming
I
up
love
in a
it.
couple of weeks. So
I love
yeah.
it.
Bedtime stories or bedtime songs?
Bedtime stories.
Okay. I was like, are you even doing bedtime stories
No,
so
I'm not
often
anymore.
now?
I'm not
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
No.
They're reading their
Now
own
I'm,
damn stories.
yeah, I'm like, it's my time for my stories. But
Yeah.
definitely I do love bedtime stories. Like if I could
Yeah.
read to somebody's child, I will. But
Oh, I love it.
yeah.
We're definitely bedtime stories. We do sing a little bit. It depends on the night.
Mhm.
But now like he's singing the songs with me, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But we always do bedtime stories, even when it's super late, and I'm like, are you
Mm.
kidding me?
It's wind down
So
time, yeah.
sometimes they are a speedy book. It's
Mm.
super fast.
Yep.
But most of the time it's like at least three stories. So
Mm.
three's
Okay.
the number.
Yep.
Maybe we'll
Yep.
change it to four now that he's four. I don't know. What's one thing your child says that always makes you laugh? You have a couple of childs, so
That always makes me I have no idea. They're all
yeah,
pretty funny, I guess, in their own
that's a
way,
tough
but
one.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's too hard. Everything he says is hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
I just think he's just at that age where you're just like, where did you even come
Yeah.
up with that?
Yeah.
Um, what's your favorite family movie?
Um, I don't know. We love Disney movies. I feel like
Yeah,
we're very nostalgic. We like to watch a lot of like old movies that like Corey and I watched as kids, and I guess maybe
right.
like Christmas movies, like Home Alone is probably one of the best
Mm,
ones, right?
mhm. Yeah, the Christmas movies for sure.
Hmm.
He's still obsessed with like the Grinch and stuff. But and
Yeah.
did you love Toy Story 5? Did
Loved
you love
it.
it? It was
I
so
cried.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
cried
did a
everything.
great
I
job.
cried. We watched Moana yesterday and I was just like The girls are like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine." You don't look okay. I'm like, "I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm
It's
fine.
fine."
Everything's fine. Movies on the couch or movies in bed?
Um, I think I prefer to do it like movies on the couch and then I can go to my bed. But when they were little, I
Right.
loved doing movies in bed with popcorn and all
Yeah.
the things. And now I'm like, get the food out of my bedroom.
Yeah. And there's like so many of them and they're bigger now. And
Yeah,
it's
they're
like
you're
we
too big
don't
for the
have,
bed.
yeah.
Yeah. If I'm
Um,
having a day, I love to just watch a movie in bed 100%.
same. Yeah,
One kid
for
can
sure.
join me, maybe. Yeah.
We can't watch movies in bed if we want Dave to stay awake for
Oh,
half of it
okay.
because he'll be asleep.
Yeah, that's true.
What's one small moment this week that meant more than you expected?
Just a one-on-one that I had with one of the kids because she's going through something with one of her best friends or moving, so she's struggling a lot. So
Oh, that sucks. Yeah,
yeah.
that's hard. I was the moving kid,
Oh,
and that sucks. Yeah, it's
same, yeah.
hard. It's hard
Yeah.
for sure. Um, what's one small moment? I think just like the night before his birthday, and like I just took a picture of him like as he fell asleep, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, always
He's
the
gonna
sleeping
be,
photos.
he's gonna wake up as a 4-year old. Like, what is happening? What
Yeah.
is life? And then if your child remembered just one thing about you years from now, what would you hope it would be?
Just that I cared. Like just that I cared enough to check in with them and make sure that they were good and like talk to them because
Yeah.
I think
If
the things that
they
I
could,
remember, yeah, the things that I remember are like the opposite of like, oh, nobody ever communicated. Nobody ever was like, "Hey, are you okay?" in the house.
right.
Like, so definitely the opposite of what I felt like I had
Mm,
is important to me with them now. Like that I
right.
love them and they know that and it's never questioned.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think like obviously the same, like you want them to know that they were loved and know that they were cared for. But I think one thing I'd like him to remember is that I always wanted to make things fun. I always wanted to make things just like a little bit extra.
That's sweet.
So that he does remember, like little things like I decorated his like bedroom door
Mm.
and the downstairs. And it's just like those little things that I
Yeah.
think mean so much.
The effort.
Um, yeah, the effort. The effort, yeah, for sure. And not that I need like I did so much for you. Like I don't, it's not
Yeah.
like that, but
Yeah.
it's just like in a way of like I really did try and make things special for you so that you
Mhm.
felt special. But
Yeah.
yeah.
It
And
is
like I
special.
feel like my mom did that really well for us. Like she always did, well, when I was young, I don't know that she did with, well, I know she did with Jake. I don't know what she did with Sierra, but like made like homemade cakes for our birthdays and like that kind of thing. And like that always made us feel really special, right? Because it was like,
That was
what
the
do you
time of the
want? What do you want
90s or
on your
whatever
cake?
though.
Right? Totally, totally. I mean, I got his cake made. Like,
Yeah. It's like Betty Crocker was always like the
look at
go-to.
you go.
Even with my oldest now, I know that he'll be like, "Oh, can you make one of those like confetti cakes?" Like that's what he likes because that's what
Mm-hmm.
he grew up on. That's his nostalgic cake is Betty Crocker
Yeah.
in a box. What's
I
that?
remember
No.
money cake,
Yeah.
like us eating, like literally finding money
Oh
in our
no, we
cakes.
never did
Did you
that.
not ever do that? Oh
I
my
think we I
God,
think we
so
live
many
different
times.
lives, Crystal.
Oh my God,
That's
money
really
cake.
cool
Okay,
though.
I need to know, like in the comments, did you guys do money cakes? Because yeah, yeah, money cakes. Like we would like 10 cents or like quarter. No?
In your food?
I'm blown away right now. I need to know if other people had this experience. I know my
I
cousins did, but
I'm sure they wash the
interesting.
money before they put it in the
Oh
cake.
God, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wash the money before you put it in.
Choking
We're
hazard.
right? Like
Did you ever
so
swallow a
dangerous.
coin?
No,
My
no,
brother
because
used to
we
eat
knew
money
it
for
was a
fun.
money
So
cake. We knew it was
okay.
a money cake. So we
So
were like
you're every
looking
bite, you're
for it.
like, don't break a
Every
tooth.
bite, we're like, is there a piece of money in here? How much are we gonna
Yeah.
find?
Interesting.
Huh.
Interesting.
Interesting for
We'll make
sure.
this into a reel to get the can't comment here
Guys.
because
Oh
that's
my
too
goodness.
much.
Okay, guys. As we wrap up today's episode, here's something that I hope stays with you. Your children probably won't remember every toy you bought them. They won't remember every perfectly planned day. But they will remember how safe they felt sitting beside you, how hard we laughed together, and how you listened, how you showed up, and even when you were tired, you still showed up. Love isn't measured by hours, it's measured by moments. And thank you for spending part of your day with us here on I Just Sat Down. If this episode encouraged you, share it with another parent who might need the reminder that they're doing better than they think. Until next time, take care of yourself, love on your people, and remember, sometimes the biggest moments in life begin after you've just sat down.
Bye.
We both did. Peace out. So funny.
Well, that went by fast. Kind of like every quiet moment we try to have in real life.
Right? I swear I just sat down. And now it's already time to get back up again.
Story of our lives. But before we head back into the chaos, thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
We hope this episode made you laugh, think, or at least reminded you that you're not the only one trying to hold it all together.
Because none of us really have it figured out. We're all just doing our best. One cup of coffee and one deep breath at a time.
If you enjoyed this episode, hit that follow or subscribe button so you never miss when we finally get to sit down again.
And share it with a friend who could use a little reminder that it's okay to take a break, because she deserves it too.
You can find us over on Instagram and TikTok at ijustsatdown.podcast. We love hearing from you, your stories, your wins, and even your "you won't believe what happened to me today" moment.